Oh, hi. Well, let me tell you, it's been a minute since I've been here filming videos. And if you're still around, thank you. If you've just found me, this is my first video back after a very, very long time. And I thought I would kick off because it's 2026 that we could start my planet ecosystem, which I have started something new this year. I thought this is my first year with Hobonichi. For many years, I have been using a happy planner, but due to Australian supply issues, I decided to look for something new. And oh my goodness, I fell in love with Hobonichi, and I wish I'd done this years and years ago because it's so awesome. So right here you can see I have 3 planners lined up for 2026. I am being ambitious this year, so let's see how that one goes. And we will just be tracking along the way and doing different things and seeing what works for me. As with the Hobonichi, is very customizable as to how it works for you. And I'm just going to show you how I'm planning to work with mine. So let's start off with my first planner. This one here is the Too Light, I think they call it this year. It has a clear cover on it and it's beautiful. And inside my Too Light, I have a Hobonichi Cousins. Now this cousin I am using this year for a personal journal logging and planning and stuff like that. So I have covered it with some very cute stickers. Let's bring it up and have a look. These are all just random stickers and washi that I had collected. I chuck some washi on the side to try and hold those edges down, which I use some dot glue with. And I'm attempting, okay, don't judge me, this is just all practice, but I'm attempting my, what are we going to do? We'll start. I've got birthdays in my annual spread. Not doing anything here yet. Birthdays and key dates in my annual spread. And then I'm deciding to do a illustration a day, which hopefully is not going to be perfect, but I'm going to see evolution as I get better with my drawings because I got a gorgeous set of acrylic pens and I'm using my acrylic pens to do an illustration a day. Some things have relevance, some things are not. This one I'm reading a book. This is the Wolf Moon, which was the super moon for January. I had a buffalo bill for dinner that night. So yeah, I'm attempting to do a drawing a day, which you can see today is now the 10th. I am very behind. Oh, holy guacamole, I have a lot of drawings to do. Okay, moving on. My next progress is just doing the spreads. This is just a day-by-day log of what I'm doing. Once I get back to work, it's going to be literally like work and then details. It's going to be very boring as soon as I return to work next week. So that's how I'm kind of working with that situation. And then with my daily journaling, let's come back to here. I've done my highlights and reviews for 2025 and my joy for 2026. And then I'm just creating a daily log. So here's one that you can see. I'm just gonna flow with how that works, whether if I've got nothing to say, I might do some drawings. I have these watercolor paints that I want to practice with. And so that's how I'm going to kind of be working my year. At the back of this, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I've also done a 40 before 40. So I just yesterday turned 39, but I wanted to do something like 40 before 40. So I've kind of just like spread out some things that I want to do for the year as a goals page. I also haven't figured out what to do on my 365 day checklist or my hundreds list. Where is that one? With the hundreds, I think I'm just going to do like 100 media things that I've watched. So I'll probably put in pluribus and just start tracking movies and shows. We've been watching Game of Thrones, so I'll just do it by season. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick to single series rather than episodes, because you know that could fill up quite quickly when you're sitting down and watching 20 episodes of like The Office or something like that. Anyway, so this here is my personal journal. My next journal is very boring, there's not much to see, but the cutest little cover. I have the Tamagotchi, and I've just bought this little pen holder just so that I can hold a few more pens with it when I'm working. And I'm using friction pens because this is for work, in case I need to, I work in events, so if the events move or shift or deadlines change, I can just rub them out. The only thing I'm concerned about is being in Australia. I do hear that these pens can fade if they're in a hot zone, so I think I just have to be careful not to leave this in the car, otherwise I think my inks will disappear, but we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, beside that, I have the Hobonichi Hon, which I just got the plain black, which again, this is my first year, so I'm just learning things about myself. Probably could have done another cousins. I'm also thinking maybe already next year I'm going to go with a vet cousins, which is the 2 planners a year, so 6 months, just to make this less chunky. Also because the fun idea of covering the books every 6 months. That way, when my sticker plans grow and my interests change or new stickers are released throughout the year, I can switch it out 6 months in. So anyway, that's what I'm planning to do next year. But with this one, it's going to be very basic in terms of, for me, this will be like my social media schedule. So just tracking when I've got to do posts because I work in marketing. This will be my monthly at a glance when it comes to events and backtracking when I need to do deadlines. And then inside these will be my to-dos, also working the 9 to 5, plus probably any other days when I'm working outside of those hours. So my deadlines, tasks, actions, I'll all put that in here as well so that I can track it. And then when it comes to the dailies, these are going to be where I'm going to write notes each day. If I've got if I'm trying to calculate something or I'm trying to write down something in my brain, I'll pop it down here. So this is kind of like my notebook, I suppose, for the day. And then when I have a meeting that day, I can make meeting notes for the meeting, and I'm just going to be able to track that daily tasks as well. So when it comes to writing my reports at the end of the month, I'll know where to find all the notes that I've had along the way. So that's my work planner, and that one will not be pretty. That one's just going to be a lot of scribble. I will probably color code so I can keep track of things. But for the most part, it's just going to be like brain dumping everything I need to do so that I can keep track of my life and all of my events and all of the deadlines that come with that. And so that is the cute Hobonichi planner. And I have a clear cover just to keep it nice and clean because it's white. And then lucky last, I have my 2 light weeks, and this is just a mumsy and bub case that I'd had for years actually, and I'd never done anything with it because I don't know why I thought I wanted a traveler's notebook when I never used a traveler's notebook. I think it was because I used the like slim happy planner that I wanted to, and the little ring bound ones that I wanted to do that. So I have the 2 light weeks this year. This is my catch-all for my appointments and days where it merges work and kids and personal life, so that I can make sure I don't double book. So this one was so cute to me. I just love the red pink layout, and I love that it said Year of Bloom. Like, how cute is that? So this is my catch-all. So what I'm doing here, and I haven't done yet, I plan to post and print a picture a day. So I'll probably do that at the end of every month because just to save that admin. I've been saving pictures and I will print them out. There's lots of Instagrams showing you how to do it. So I'll be printing those out and having a visual cue here for the picture a day. Then I have my yearly. I'm starting to track my moods, and I better catch up on that one too. Well, see, I'm really already starting to fall behind, and we're only in January 10, so I do need to pay attention. And then working through my weeklies, we'll be keeping my appointments and stuff in place and tracking all of that stuff in here, so that I have my weeklies. And then at the back, actually, I'm really excited for this one. I'm figuring out what I'll do here, but these are going to be my To Be Read bookshelf, my books read, and my favorite sounds. So I've got my list of everything that exists on my bookshelf that I've never read. So my goal is not to buy any more books. I mean, we all say that, but that's my goal. And I really do actually have a heap here that I want to read. So I will be coming back to those and crossing them off. And then here, when I finish a book, I will be placing them in here and logging them, whether I've done them as a physical book, an Audible, or a digital, which is like whether I've downloaded it digitally from the library app and read it on my phone. And then after I do my books, I'm being very ambitious with lots of pages here. I'm going to do a favorite sound. So for me, I sometimes have like hyper fixations on songs. So possibly just recently I was listening to Where's My Husband by Ray, and I had that on repeat for like 2 weeks straight. So I'm just gonna like track when those little hyperfixations come up throughout the year. Yeah, I definitely hyperfixate on some things. Taylor Swift Eras tour, I keep coming back to that as a comfort listen. Yeah, I'm gonna be tracking all that, and I still don't know what else I'll add to here, but there's definitely heaps and heaps of pages, and I think that this is just gonna be an evolution. I did see somewhere, and I can't find it anywhere, but I bought these little notebooks for tracking things to go on my. So someone wrote a list of things that they want, like it was a list book, and it was like a list of things they want, a list of goals they want to achieve. It was just called lists, and it was really cool, and I really wish I could find who did it, because I'd love to see what they did as a goal. So for me, I'm just tracking like things that I want, like big ticket items, because I want to start not impulse buying, because I'm really bad at that, and saving up so that I can figure out what kind of things I want, and do I really want them after however many weeks or months or whatever. Like, do I really want them? Are they a want or a need, or can I go without? So I just thought like I would start using that. And also I have this little guy, which I thought would be cute to start tracking some astrology stuff. So I have been watching Chris Cassini, and I did his 2026 workshop, and so I was just like taking note of all of his spreads and key things I want to pay attention to. And then each month he does readings, so I'd like to put those in the book throughout the year and just like kind of see how they marry up with where I'm going. But yeah, that is my planner infrastructure for the year, and we'll see how this goes for the year and whether it evolves. I fully intend for it to die at times. I have a lot of key events that are going to get super busy, so there's times where journaling's just not going to be a priority, but I am going to try and focus more on doing more stuff for myself, which includes journaling, because it has brought a lot of creativity and joy back. I have reset my desk. I'm in a new house, so one day I'll maybe show you what this new layout looks like, and we'll go from there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.